Hello and welcome to the 2011 Music City Open. I'm Billy Crump for Clash DVD, and we're going to be here all weekend long in Nashville, Tennessee, covering the event for you. Today we're at Cedar Hill Park. This is the pre-round. We're going to get around, see if we can talk to some of these guys, let you hear what they think about this place, maybe some plans they've got for the rest of the year. Well, I'm here with Tennessee's finest, young Will Shustrick. Will, how are you today?
Good, how are you?
I'm great, man. You are out here on tour now. What's different? I mean, you know, do you practice the same way? Have you made any adaptations at all?
I think the only thing different is that I'm just not going to school. And even when I was in school, I played a lot of disc golf, so I'm just used to playing every day. Well,
do you feel like your game's evolving or changing at all?
Not too much. I feel like I'm hopefully getting a little more consistent. Maybe get a little better, practice some more shots that I don't really get to practice all year long.
Well, now you're accustomed to really playing a lot in Tennessee. You hadn't been in Tennessee in a while to actually compete. Do you think that this is going to be more pressure or less pressure with actually some of your fans out here, you know, pulling for you?
I just feel like I'm back home. You know, this is my home state. I've been here hundreds of thousands of times, and I feel like this is my home course.
Well, we're about halfway through the season here, 2011, moving in. This is moving into May. Any place that you're really looking forward to, highlighting, you know, the rest of the year on your schedule?
Definitely in Oregon for sure, at the Beaver State Fling.
I hear great things about that
same
place.
Here, and I look forward to playing in Canada also.
Nice.
So you're going to Finland too.
Awesome. You're going to try to get out of the States.
Yep.
So, you know, you are actually graduated high school and you are becoming a professional disc golfer. How are you able to do that without dwindling that wonderful check you earned last year?
Getting some free stuff, getting some free discs, some free shirts. Got to take advantage of all the sponsors out there. Innova and Cloud9 always hook me up with as much stuff as possible, and I thank them for that for sure. Well,
now you are the man right now in Rock Hill. You're the defending U.S. champ. They've changed the format. Will Will Shustrick be at the 2011 USDGC?
I don't plan on it right now, but plans change sometimes. But I've heard a lot of big tournaments have come up with a lot of added cash up in the northeast, or northwest, sorry, and I think I'll be up there.
Well, we'll keep our eye on you. Will Shustrick, keep your eye on him this weekend. We'll be covering it at the PDGA. He's home, feeling good. Good luck, Will.
Thanks.
Well, we're here at the 2011 Music City Open. I've got Barry Schulz with me. Barry, how are you today?
I'm doing all right, Billy. Yourself?
I'm doing good, man. My first question, I guess, would be how's your hand, man? Are you back? Are you healthy? You won 3 in a row. Something's got to be going right.
Well, I think it's a combination of the hand's gotten kind of as good as it's going to get and me adjusting myself. I don't think it's really going to improve anymore. It's not the way it used to be. It's not quite as strong, not quite as flexible.
Do you still have pain?
No, I don't have any pain. I have a little bit of weakness and a little bit, this just doesn't pop out of my hand like it used to. So on my putting, I've had to be a little more aggressive on my line of putts and just my attitude towards putting in general, a little more aggressive. But throwing-wise, the hand really is not an issue.
Do you feel like you've lost any distance due to that grip?
No, not at all. If I lost distance, it's because I wasn't playing that much, not because of the hand.
Well, speaking of distance, I hear you might be driving quite a distance and possibly relocating to the Carolina area. Is there any truth to that?
There is a lot of truth to that. In fact, I just accepted kind of a bid or a welcome to take a room at Jonathan Poole's old house in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
And some Innova employees are in that house right now?
Correct. One of them is Neil's getting a house of his own, so I'm going to take his spot and use it as a home base for myself for traveling. It's going to be a great area to play in year-round in the fall and the spring, especially compared to Wisconsin. I'm going to be able to really prepare and get ready for the 2012 Worlds in the Charlotte area, and the Innova guys have been gracious enough to allow me to work once in a while, so I may be answering the phones or packing up some orders once in a while at the warehouse. Nice. Maybe getting Barry Schulz to take your order when you call in. You never know. So now, you know, being out here, it's tough. You quit your job in 2001.
2001, you are a professional disc golfer. I mean, you're talking about relocating. How are you able to do that? I mean, we're not rich in this sport.
Support base, you know, family and friends, and just the local disc golf scene. I have lots of people that I stay with when I travel throughout the country. I have a lot of sponsors. You know, obviously, Innova Champion Disc has helped me a lot from the very beginning, from the mid-90s on. But anybody buying the Beast and Leopard, once I got my name on those, that has helped me a little bit.
Many sponsors.
Many sponsors. Every one of you out there throwing them, thank you so much. So many people, from Platypus to you know, just about everybody out there, from when I started Platypus, when I quit my job in 2001 in Wisconsin, to the guys in Dallas area where I go to all the time. As far as who's helped me out now officially, I've got the Cloud9 guys in Nashville really stepping up and helping me out a lot. Really gave me the confidence to get back on the road and do it full time again. And Innova Champion, of course, and of course the Gold Cart from Gotta Go, Gotta Throw. I would not have the energy and the want to keep playing on Sundays and week after week if it wasn't for that cart.
Nice. Well, we thank you for keeping him out there. One tough question I've got to ask you is, you're a two-time world champ. You're a three-time United States champ. They've changed the format of the United States Disc Golf Championship for 2011. Will Barry Schulz, past champion, will you be there?
Well, it stings a little bit because that event means so much to me from a personal standpoint. But yes, I will definitely be part of that championship again. What aspect that will be is yet to be decided, but I know I've got a bunch of plans in, and I know if I'm there helping out, I'm going to play. So I'm going to probably most likely play in the event, see where that whole system puts me, if I play good and play bad, see what the system does for me. And then, from what I understand, they've asked me and I've accepted, but we're going to have some past champions doing some clinics in the evening time and stuff.
Nice.
To try and get a lot of the guys a little better, the guys that are the AMs that are coming to try and improve their game and test themselves. Hopefully we'll give them some pointers and try and get better from a practice standpoint to a shot standpoint to a mental standpoint, everything in between.
Well, now we are at Cedar Hills here in Nashville, Tennessee. This is definitely the tougher of the two tracks. Is there a stretch of holes out here you feel like you need to hold on to, or you know, or that you need to attack, or what's the game plan for this course? It's a tough track.
Two new courses. You know, I haven't been here since '93 or '94, so they're essentially brand new for me. So it's a lot of golf to try and categorize and memorize in your brain. I've been playing a lot of new courses lately, so I can't really tell you exactly which holes would fit that description you said, but this course, especially a little more so than Seven Oaks, the rough is just rough, period. You're going to get punished for bad shots. Seven Oaks, you can maybe get away with a bad shot here and there and be able to get you up and down, but here, you make a mistake on a 600-foot hole through the woods, you're really going to pay for it. So just try and limit my mistakes. If I make a mistake, take my medicine, try and keep it to a power or bogey, and add them up the end, and hopefully it works out.
That's Barry Schulz. He's playing really good right now. There's a national tour next week in Alabama. These guys are making their way. Good luck this weekend, Barry. Well, I'm here at the 2011 Music City Open. I'm with the defending champ, Ken Climo. How are you doing today, Ken?
Good, Billy. How's it going?
Defending champ here in Tennessee. What draws you up to this area would be my first question.
Well, I got an offer last year from one of my sponsors, Cloud9, who said he'd pay for my ticket up here and get me into the tournament and put me up pretty much, pay the whole gig, and how could I pass it up? You know, I wanted to come support one of my sponsors, and I never played in Tennessee, so felt like I needed to play in Tennessee one time throughout my career.
Well, defending champ, you're back again. Obviously, Cloud9 having a lot to do with that. What's the aspirations for the week? Lots more players here with the national tour being just so close next week.
You know, the aspirations are always to come out on top, do as good as you can, throw every shot as best of your ability, and hopefully the process will get the result you want. That's first place in my eyes.
Right. Well, you know, being 20 years plus into this touring situation, I mean, you're not a full-time tour player, but right now you're in the midst of what I would consider a 3-week mini tour for you. What's the goal when you come out on these tours? Is it fun? Is it money? Is it to win? I mean, what's the goal for you when you come out for these?
Well, the goal is always to win when you play tournaments, but I think beyond that, there's some health issues. You know, you don't want to play too much and get sore and overrun and run down and stuff like that. And you know, there's also, you know, you can't have too much fun. You got to put a little effort in the game. You need a good balance of both. There's some days off where you can have some fun and travel around and do some things that you might not normally do, and then you get busier on the weekends and play the tournament. I think it's, you know, about having some fun, a little mix of all. Trying to do good, win some money, and having some other interests along the way.
That all comes together, I guess, if you win as well, and having fun. I hear you've been swinging the sticks pretty good, shooting in the 70s quite a bit.
I have been. It's been a passion of mine my whole life, and just recently taken up on it a little bit more. I've been playing a lot more golf lately and getting a little older, so it's a little easier on the body, and plus it turns me the other direction, so it's a good counterbalance workout for the disc golf.
Nice. Now, are you noticing any difference in your routines nowadays, now that you are getting a little older? Are you stretching more, or are you taking more time off like you're talking? Are you still just going at it the way you've always gone at it?
I don't play as much week in and week out as I normally do, back in my past part of the career, but during tournament time, I still give it every ounce of energy and warming up and practice rounds and things like that. I still give it my full effort, but I probably don't putt in the backyard as much as I used to. I probably don't go out and play practice rounds as much as I used to, but getting a little older, it's about longevity now.
Well, you have been in the sport for quite some time, and how are you able to just continue, not just playing so good, but to continue supporting yourself, basically being a professional disc golfer all your life?
It's a tough task, but I really couldn't do that without my main sponsor, Intimate Champion Disc, who I'm grateful for, and my hats are off to them and their company for what they've done for this sport. They're heads above the rest on supporting this sport for sure. And people like Cloud9 and Phoenix Disc Bags and Keen Shoes, they really helped me,
And
get
you've
by.
had many sponsors over too many to really mention, because you help a lot of companies that just start out. Everybody in this sport, including myself, wants to attach themselves to your name if they're trying to do something, because it gives it legitimacy. And we thank you for your time and your patience. I guess a tough question for you. You are a 5-time U.S. DGC champ. Things have changed this year, 2011. They're going to have the handicap system. Will Ken Climo be at the 2011 United States Disc Golf Championship?
I plan on being there to support my sponsor and be an ambassador for the sport in any way, shape, or form possible. I think we're going to do some clinics and demos out there some of the nights, which would be fun for some of the people to come and watch and see what some of the past champions, how they like to throw and what their strategies are. And, I just want to be there for support of the sport. I think it's going to be a spectacle, as it always is. You might not have the same winners or the same people in the lead group, but it's still going to be a spectacle, and I want to be there to support it. Whether I play or not, that's yet to be seen.
Well, that's Ken Climo, not only the greatest player in the world, he's an ambassador of the sport as well. Thanks for your time, Kenny.
You're welcome, Billy. Thank you.
If you're lucky enough to be here at the 2011 Music City Open, Cloud9 has got Ken Climo, Barry Schulz fixing to give a clinic. We'll let you see just a piece of it, just one of the benefits Cloud9's bringing to this area.
Well, glad you guys all showed up. I hope you have a chance to learn something today.
Yeah, me and Barry aren't really spin putters, but we have to in certain situations. We have a low ceiling and things like that. That's why we're going to advocate it's good to know all the putts.
Let's cover the basics of the putt first.
All right, basics.
Then you got, I would say, probably grip, stance.
First thing is grip. There's a disc, and then there's yourself. What lies between is the grip. And there's many ways to grip a putt. All the way down, just like I throw.
Same grip. Throwing, putting, approaching.
Putting, approaching, throwing. Same thing. We call this the modified fan grip.
Do you think that gives you an advantage on some of the longer putts? That's 60, 70, 80 foot. You feel a little more comfortable with
Yeah,
because you have that
especially
same
when
grip.
I'm jumping, get a little more force out of the hand.
We're not going to really tell you that you should or shouldn't do something. Your body tells you what's good for your form, what's good for your motion, what you can do. But we are going to try and help you to maybe improve yourself a lot. So
some people are better at a closed grip, some people are better at an open grip, and we want you to find what's comfortable for you. And that's what's going to be the most beneficial, is something that's comfortable. If you're not comfortable doing something, usually the results aren't going to be very good.
I think whatever grip that you decide to use for your putt, there's going to be a couple things that will be very common for all grips, and that is...
Well, that's the pre-round for the 2011 Music City Open. We'd like to thank our sponsors, Cloud9, Gotta Go, Gotta Throw, the PDGA, and Voodoo Disc Golf Bags. We'd also like to thank you, our fans, for making Atlanta one of our biggest events yet. The numbers are going out the roof. We've got some more great stuff for you this weekend. Stay tuned right here to thepdga.com, or you can check it out full screen over at Clash DVD Series over at YouTube.